What's up, everybody? Long time no talk. So I've done a lot of thinking about what my intention is to produce these videos, and I realized the way I was doing it, because I'm not a videographer or a vlogger, I just wasn't finding the motivation to do them regularly. As you can see, I haven't uploaded a video in at least a couple months. So I think what I've come up with is a plan. Rather than watching me talk and just seeing a slideshow with music over it, because I exclusively shoot portraits of people and people who I just met, these are people who I get stories from and people have nice conversations with, and I'd like to share their stories with you. And so I think what I want to do, and you let me know how you feel about this at the end of this video in the comments, whether you like hearing their stories. I think I just want to narrate over the photos instead of playing music and let you know how I met them, a little tidbit about their life, and so on. So let me know what you think. Actually, all of the photos I'm going to show you today were taken exactly where I'm sitting right here under the Huntington Beach Pier in this ambient light. And you'll see in the photos that sometimes it's brighter on the left, brighter on the right, or perfectly even. And that's what's so cool about this spot, is that I can control the brightness of the center, left, and right based on where they're at in relation to the size of the pier. And it's my favorite light. It's my favorite place to hang out and watch people walk by and grab them and take a photo. I actually just took a really sick photo just 2 minutes ago, right before I started this video, of a guy with tattoos and had a really great look. So you let me know if you like this new format in the comments. Let me know what you would keep you more interested in, if you want to see more technical stuff or more of the story stuff. You let me know. Good to see you again. I hope to see you soon. Goodbye. So this is Gigi, and I saw her as I was sitting next to the pier one day, and I immediately jumped up the second I saw her and approached her. She was super receptive, and we shot these couple of photos. I actually did some in black and white also. And a few days later, we ended up doing more photos back at my house, and she is incredible. I'm very happy to have met her. Now, this guy, on the other hand, was definitely not receptive. He kind of brushed me off when I first approached him, and it turns out he thought I was trying to photograph him and his kid, and he was kind of funny about that. So once he found out I actually wasn't a creep, he was super nice. And somebody ended up tagging him in my Instagram post, and he messaged me and he apologized for being kind of a prick when we first met, and he was very grateful to have the photo. And so it all ended up well. Now, this guy is a complex human being. He is a heterosexual homeless man who likes to wear women's clothing. We ran into each other up on the street, and we took the walk that took a few minutes to get to the beach and got to know each other, and he ended up actually asking me to do more photos of him in a bikini, which we never ended up doing. But he was a super sweet guy, and I love, love, love these photos. This is Jeff, and I ran into him up when I had just parked my motorcycle, and he asked me if I would buy him a cigarette, and I told him I'd buy him an entire pack if he let me take his photos. So we walked down to the pier, took the photos, and he had told me in that walk that he was a lawyer. He had just graduated law school. And a lot of homeless people tell me stories, and I didn't really believe him, but I ended up finding out a few days later that it was actually true, and something just went terribly wrong, and now he's on the street. Very, very smart and sincere guy. I really liked him a lot. This guy goes to the beach and sits with a bunch of guys down on the sand every day since I can remember. And I approached him when he was with a bunch of other guys, and they were all a little bit hurt, got their feelings hurt because I chose him instead of all of them to do his photo. And what's interesting is he rides by my house just about every day, and he has no recollection that I'm the one who took his photo. So it's kind of like this funny thing where he has no memory of me, but I have a very strong memory of him. So we're in a little bit different universes, him and I. Love this photo. These guys have what I call the trifecta of a visual story, where they're drinking, smoking weed, and one guy has a black eye right out in public, and it's like the dream photo. They were super chill. They weren't leery of me at all, and I really, really love this photo. I wish I could have done more, actually. This guy was everything you would ever hope to get from a monk. I walked up to him and asked if I could take his portrait, and he just said, "Yes, you may." And then I asked him if he wanted a copy of it. When I wanted to give him my card, he said, "No, thank you." And that was the entire extent of our conversation. but he was completely present, and you can see that in his expression. Such a cool guy. I'm throwing in this bonus photo that isn't under the pier, but it was on the pier. Because of the backstory of this guy, he had just been kicked out of a drug rehab facility, and he was having some sort of mental breakdown. And for some reason, I don't know what it is about me, people like that in that moment are very drawn to me. So he walked over to me and asked me if I knew how to quiet voices in his head. And so as we kept walking, I was talking to him about meditation and how the goal of meditation is to achieve silence in the mind. And so we stood at the end of the pier and breathed together with our eyes closed for about 15 minutes. And this photo is of the moment he opened his eyes. And he said it's the first time in about 5 years he wasn't haunted by voices shouting at him. And it was a really, really beautiful moment. I think he looks a little bit like Jake Gyllenhaal, who is really into the method of becoming a drug addict kind of character. So there you go. Hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.